Well, I mean, it boiled down to him not having any ground game. And I mean, we know he has a stand-up game. I wasn't willing to test him there. I know that he's a world-class boxer and he's a formidable striker, and that makes him dangerous. But when it comes to it, there's a lot more going on in mixed martial arts than just boxing, just striking. I've got 3 fights left on the contract. Whether or not I hang around or, we'll see. I don't know what they're going to throw at me. I'm not sure how many more wars I have left. I'm having fun. I've had an amazing year. The movie The Expendables did very well. We're shooting the sequel this spring in March, so looking forward to that, and we'll see what happens on the fight front. I don't know what the secret is. I'm not sure there is a secret. I have a passion for the sport. I enjoy the training and the competition. The last 4 or so years, 5 years, I've been using a particular line of supplements that I think have made a difference. The X-Cap program, getting my blood tested and figuring out where I'm at chemically, and using the appropriate supplements to get the most out of my body. I've had some amazing fights, and I think probably my most favorite is the Tim Sylvia fight, because he's such a big guy and been out of kind of retired for about a year. Came out of retirement to fight him, so it answered a lot of questions for people. Well, I think that's just exactly what it is. It's an uneducated view of what we do. And what our sport is about. And, combative sports have been around for a long time. Is boxing, cockfighting? Why would MMA be any different than any other combative sport that's out there? There are 5 combative sports that are competed in the Olympics. Are those cockfights? I think they're very tactical, very technical sports that require a lot of discipline. And most of us have spent most of our lives training in some form of a combative sport. So I think someone that has that perspective hasn't really taken a good look at the sport. Oh, I think the UK guys are doing a tremendous job. I think that where they maybe had a weakness or a little bit of a lag in the grappling and the wrestling aspects of our sport, they've done a tremendous job of catching back up. We've always been strong in the striking combative sports, and I think you see that with a lot of the guys that are on the card this weekend. The top 5? Well, first of all, I think you have to have a passion for the sport, because that's the only thing that's going to put you in a position to make the sacrifices you need to make, to do what you need to do to be the best at it, to really pay the price, and find a good training environment. You got to have a group of guys that are going to push you, expand you, make you better, at the same time not push you over the top and not have to prove that they're better than you are, and there's a fine line there. I think those are the key. And then get about fighting. See where you're at. Test yourself. Find out exactly where you're at. Be realistic. I think having a good agent or manager, someone to help represent you, make the connections you need to make, both in the endorsement front and with fight promoters and fight promotions, to help you stay on track, get in the right fights with guys that have the right experience level for you where you're at. Those are all keys, I think, to progressing. It's hard to say. I think most of the cards look pretty filled up between now and January, so it's probably a long shot to see me in there before January, February next year.